Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video we'll be talking about a unique planar IEM that is very small in size, the Saccater aéra. The MSRP for this I believe is 159 USD, but it's on a Kickstarter, so you can get it like, Kickstarter price. It's gonna be, well, hopefully cheaper. Anyway, before we start the review, let me thank Saccater for sending over the aéra in for this review. Rest assured this review is 100% my own personal opinion. For the unboxing, because this thing, well, includes a lot of stuff, I will just put the picture right here. Okay, to recap, what you get inside this whole package? Obviously, you get the IEM. You also got the hard case, 2 cables, 3.5mm cable, and the Type-C plus mic cable. And you actually got Saccater focus and Saccater moment earplugs. Like, okay, nice. And you also got a lot of ear tips, which I believe 2 types of them is for the focus and the moment, and 2 types for this IEMs itself, the aéra, and you also got yourself a manual. Let's just talk about the build quality and comfort of this IEM. The aéra is made out of metal and it is pretty small, like you can see it's small, and it's a planar based IEM. It's like around the same size as the Moondrop 2, which is, well, again, very small. And look wise, this is the dusk color. Look at this. The shades is just, ooh, it's really nice. Anyway, I'm a big fan of this color, but if you don't like blue or dusk, they also have an orange kinda thing color, which called the down. And yeah, okay, so Saccater design is as always focused on having the most comfort for your ears. Just like their earplugs, the aéra also has the same concept, which I believe to be Saccater shape and to nestle perfectly on your concha part of your ears. As for the cable, the aéra shipped with 2 cables. This one is the 3.5mm, and you also got yourself a Type-C plus mic for convenience, I guess. And the cable itself is lacking on ear hooks and is reverse plug from your typical 2-pin cables. But I have double checked, I tested it myself, and I, well, asked the reps that swapping into third-party cables won't produce any phase issues or polarity issues, so all is good if you want to swap cables. As for the specs, the aéra uses a 9.6mm planar, which actually kinda unique. It has dual annular magnet design and has 92% effective area of diaphragm. As for power requirements, the aéra surprisingly sensitive for a planar. So for comparison, my KZ-EDZ kinda harder to drive than the aéra for some reason, but it does scale quite a bit with better sources. Okay, so let's talk about the sound. The setup I use, obviously the aéra. I tested both cables, but with the 3.5mm I plugged this to my QX13 and Samsung smartphones. I also plugged this to the Gigas One headphone amplifier, and my impression of the aéra is that it sounds a bit warm and cozy. It's not to the point, oh, this is a warm sounding IEM, but it just has that slight warmth and cozy feelings to it. As for upper midrange and treble, it doesn't have that plasticky planar timbre and actually has lots of details, which actually the reps asking me to check, hey, I know you're good with audio and stuff, and hey, could you check the detail retrieval of the aéra on low volume? And guess what? Yes, the aéra delivers. It has lots of details even on low volume. Let's start from the bass. The bass obviously has the planar smack that you expect from a planar bass IEMs. It has the speed, it has the punch, and it is suited for all types of genres, yes, even EDM and metal genres. So, translation, the bass of the aera is all-rounder, and the mid-range, it sounds musical. It has a slight warmth and a bit of thickness or rich sounding, which makes vocals sounds realistic. Not only that, instruments such as violin also sounds full-bodied. It also has this clarity but not overly forward, and treble sounds amazing on the aera. It doesn't slap or poke your ears with piercing treble and planar timbre. Instead, aera has this smooth but detailed presentation of treble, which I appreciate a lot. Even when you plug this only using the Type-C, yeah, it still has lots of details. So to recap, the tonality of aera, I would say this IEM sounds cozy and doesn't poke your ears with anything weird while still having that excitement in the tonality, which is actually kind of amazing. The technicalities for 160, I assume it's gonna be priced at 160. The technicalities are very good. The stage, to be honest with you, it's small but has very good layering, and imaging it's spectacular. Even just plug in using the Type-C cable, the provided one, it sounds holographic. Or maybe the deck in the Type-C dongle actually has a very good quality, not sure. Separation and positioning, it's very good. I could easily identify where sounds are coming from, and the detail retrieval, it's very good. Yes, even in low volume, Saccater with the aera recommends us to listen on a safe listening level and take a break every 20 minutes of listening. Yeah, protect your hearing. And the conclusion of this review. If you want a planar that sounds cozy with lots of details, well, here it is. The asking price is not too steep for what you get. In fact, I think the price is very reasonable for the whole package you get. And that's all I have for you. Thanks for sticking with me until the end. I'll see you in the next one, and I also open a mixing and mastering commission right here. Bye!